Well, hello, boys and girls. I didn't realise my mic was on. That was good. Can I assure you, Harry, I'm neither from Bristol nor a farmer, but that's life. I am neither of those things, but great guesses. Proud of you. Right, we are back in Gibraltar. Welcome back. Apologies for lack of stream yesterday. I was feeling a bit naff, so I thought I should probably not try and push myself too far. But there we go. We are back for some Gibraltar madness. Hopefully, a good amount of Gibraltar. Harry, you're not going to gaslight me into believing I'm from Bristol or a farmer. I promise you, you will gaslight me into believing neither of those things, because neither of those things are true. I know this will shock you, but I'm not fucking stupid. I know. Crazy talk. Crazy talk all around. Right, let's... Anything happening of note? Probably should sort out the old mentoring groups. That's the way. That is the way. Completely forgot at the end of a transfer window. I'm already done half a transfer window today. My brain just went, oh, transfer window. Ugh. It's been a long one. It has been a long one. But there we go. That's life. That's how we function. That's how we do. And yeah, we're going to get ourselves wins today. Wins are the priority. Make a team that wins stuff. I know. People talk about winning stuff all the time, but winning stuff, it turns out, is quite important in football. So that's what we're going to try and achieve tonight, is winning as many games of football as is humanly possible. That's the plan. I'm also aware there are playoff finals going on tonight. Probably about to finish, but such is life. Let me... Ivory Coast played Scotland, but that wasn't an important game. Apparently it's on Prime pay-per-view. What is that nonsense? What is that wild shit? That's unfortunate. I boldly assumed that was going to be on telly. It's alright, Sweden beat Poland, that's fine. That's fine, that's all that really matters. I don't much care about England versus Japan or Wales versus Northern Ireland. So that'll be fine. What is FIFA Plus? Is that like a FIFA you have to pay for? Like, do you want me to pay for that? No. Good. Lovely. We'll make a third tab for that somehow. That'll work. Who's joining the stream today? I have no idea. I don't know if Italy are out again or not. I presume they might be, because it'd be a wild thing for you to suggest if they weren't. It's 1-1. Italy have had a man sent off, and it looks like they're in extra time. So that's fun. I have just put on the Democratic Republic of Congo versus Jamaica, because that felt more exciting, to be honest, and also because it said that was available on FIFA Plus, and I wanted to know what FIFA Plus was, and I've just found out what FIFA Plus is, so that's good. That's a lovely thing to learn. Looks like Oh, they've put Bosnia and Italy on pay-per-view. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of madness is that? Hey, well, welcome in. How are you doing, buds? Welcome into the stream. You've joined before I've played a single game, so that's great timing. I was just saying I've got a little window that has the Congo and Jamaica game on, and apparently it looks like Italy and Bosnia are going to play to penalties. So there we go. Right, transfer business. Kevin Pelham. No idea. Do I want to keep you? Not immediately, so I guess you can go out and have some fun somewhere. Maybe. Save me some money. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, welcome in, Will. Lovely to see you. What have I done today? Today I have recorded 4 episodes of the Supermarine Save and released a video about the World Cup update as the Democratic Republic of Congo have just scored against Jamaica. Oh no, it's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. That's a shame. I thought it was going to become an interesting game. All of a sudden it didn't. There we go. There was a new FM update yesterday. 26.3 came out yesterday. Which had a bunch of largely inconsequential. I've noticed they finally patched the bug where you could sneak through a loan when you didn't have the budget for it. So that's nice. It's about the only thing that really I seem to really noticed, but I am reasonably sure we are going to see news about when the World Cup patch is coming out approximately Thursday, I reckon. I think we'll see some kind of update on Thursday, possibly even an update by the end of the week. That's what I'm thinking, so that could be fun. That could be great for us, to be honest. Is that the Harvey Gray that played for Swindon? I'm probably not. I'd be surprised. I can't read that, Harry. That's not English, nor any other language I speak. So unfortunately I cannot help with that. You did just remind me of a thing I was going to do, so that's good. I'm not sure we didn't all just have a stroke, if I'm honest. Hey Simon, welcome in. Just doing a little update to a thing, to our rules. But hey, so yeah, welcome in. You join us before anything important has happened. Not that anything important ever seems to happen here anyway, but you know what I mean. I do hope you're well though. Harry was just, I don't know, dropping some gangster slang on us or TikTok shit or whatever. We're not entirely sure which that's supposed to be. So that's good. We all felt a bit like we had a stroke. It was a little bit wild. We've got some lovely World Cup qualifying action occurring, which is also nice. So that'll be fine. And, well, don't ask stupid questions, Jonathan. I'm sick of your stupid questions. Jonathan de Souza, natural enemy of the Gibraltarian manager, because he just asks stupid questions all the time. I decided that I was going to, if I should test to see how it works, I decided I was going to update the rules. So hopefully that's now a thing that works in the old Chatterino. We'll see in a second, I suppose, when it inevitably tries to do its thing again. Let me just check the commands, shall I? There we go, add that to the thing. Is that working? Excellent. I love it. It's just blocked itself. Denmark just equalised. Fancy. Fancy. Yeah, I thought it was time we expanded the rule set a touch. And obviously anyone with mod powers will be given full discretion to decide what they consider acting like a twat to be. So $32 of them. Oh my god. But you didn't do it in chat, so it's fine. I don't feel good about this squad. I really don't, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. We just need to build a run of form and figure out the rest. Just have a quick look at our best 11 now. I learned a thing earlier that I hadn't really given. I say I learned a thing. It was a thing I knew that I'd forgotten was a thing. In that the worst thing a striker can have is a lack of concentration. And then I've just looked and realised that every single one of our strikers has fuck all concentration. And I'm a bit concerned. We do not appear to have a single striker that can pay attention to a game of football. So that's why we're not converting chances. Basically, yeah. Basically all of our strikers are Darwin Núñez. It is a concern. It is a concern. I'm well aware. Well aware. It's not far off, let's be honest. I'm not sure what league scrambles means or club management vlogs, but it's not far off. It's not a million miles away. I don't know what a club management vlog or a league scramble is supposed to be. Like, it's not like I can do a vlog about managing a club, because I don't. Alright, we need to find a striker who can pay attention for 90 minutes. That's what I've just learned. And can finish. Are we asking too much? Yes. I am curious what a league scramble would be. Like when you mix up a bunch of leagues? I mix up a bunch of stuff because I'm pretty sure I'm senile. But, well, hello, Flavio. Flavio, my friend, you might be the striker I was looking for. That's possible. And if I add in stamina, work rate, take off concentration and finishing, and tell it I'm looking for a wingers, oh no, apparently I have to change my stream elements because it doesn't like you'd think I've given it permission to use the word twat. It would be okay with it, but apparently not. Do I not just do that with like hometown to hero? Is that not sort of what that is? Well, the only trick I don't use on there that I know is save scumming. And let's face it, you'd spot it immediately if I did. So, let's, no. We don't know anything about that guy, do we? I'd like to, but I don't right now. Unless that is what like AI thinks is a league scramble, and I am just doing it. That's not impossible. Oh, can I have him? Can I have him? Right, let's do that, and then that, and then that. Just throw a bunch of money at this fella. Look. Jethtar. Buddy. Basically, that's non-negotiable. And you're taking the piss now. Yeah, Bosnia do tend... Oh, you Also, Bosnia do tend to be wearing blue. Has that had any change in the scoreline yet? No, it hasn't. 2 minutes to go. Currently, it's still 0-0 in Kinshasa. Is Kinshasa the capital of the Congo? I should know this. I've probably managed them on FM. I could look it up. I'm not going to. Bosnia have just had a guy sent off. It's only got down that Bastoni's been sent off. So that just happened. Oh, should have. Sorry. My bad. My bad. I don't know why the BBC is so bad at keeping things up to date, like a live blog up to date. It's really unhelpful. Like, I wanted to update me and tell me what's going to happen with like penalty shootouts and stuff, but it probably won't do it. Right, Flavio, my buddy, you look like a man who'd like to score a lot of goals. Should we have a chat about you doing that? Okay, again, we're not negotiating that. You are going to be full-time. We are not going to be here. There you go. Because he should be a goal scorer. Admittedly, he hasn't done it before, but in theory, he should be a goal scorer. Bosnia 30 shots to Italy's 9. Jesus. And the trouble is, Italy don't really have anyone worth the shit up top, which I know is unfair in some ways to Keane and Retegui, but you don't look at either and go, that's a world-class striker. It's always been the problem with the Italian team, is you've never looked at them and thought, that's a world-class, or I say you've never, like, not in the last, 10 years at least, have they had a world-class striker. Like, arguably Balotelli when he could be asked. But we all know how rare that was. That's true, it is. But also, let's be honest, is there anything more British than choking horrendously in a playoff, in a final, or in an international game on hubris? Is there anything more English than that? Where the fuck is this fella? Oh, there we go. There he is. Buckingham or Beck? I guess we lose Buckingham for Bibby. Well, fair, but also the Lionesses actually win stuff. That's why it annoys me when you hear men commenting on women's football and they're like, "Oh, this is a very good." It's like, yeah, you come back to me when the Lions win something, mate. Because it ain't going to happen in my lifetime. I think it's time Leonardo went. I think that's time, and then I think we'll find Vagos. Boom. Done. Ah yes, Le Terroir. A competition that most people don't know exists. And someone tried to tell me it doesn't exist anymore, but it is just the Confederations Cup in a fancy hat. Alright, that should give us a team. I am going to start Vagos. Right, why can't I see the penalty shootouts, please? There we go. What's happening in wherever? Kinshasa? Nothing yet. Good. Love it. Love it. Well, if Italy don't qualify for the World Cup, there may be riots in Rome. I say there'll be riots in Rome, like it'll be all Italians rioting, but it won't. It'll just be Nazio fans. Because everyone else is an adult. More or less everyone else. Probably be something kicking off in Verona too. With the old Hellas fans, who also refuse to be adults. Okay, are we good for everything? I think we are good for players at this point. I think we just need to get through the window. We found a striker who hopefully will be a goal scoring man. But yeah, I recorded 4 episodes of Supermarine today, and then I started looking at, while I was doing it, I was sort of looking at various stats and stat padding and whatnot, and I was getting really frustrated, because we should have had a very, very different season. And then, because I somehow completely forgot how to interpret attributes, I had to watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos to remind myself what I was doing, which is wild, because I spend most of my life playing Football Manager. Has this shootout kicked off yet? Are we... Come on, Google. Keep up. It's no interest, Matt. Nobody wants you. Not even your mum. Harsh, yeah. Fair, no. There's actually no reason for us to watch all of this just tick through. Day by day. Like, we know what's up here is that we just have to get this game kicked off against College 75, who we have to do a smashy of. Oh, are they taking of the penalties yet? Aha, finally! Will it be Italy? Will it be Bosnia? We're about to find out. Oh man, I've made the mistake again of going live without a cup of tea. Well smart. Oh, Italy miss. Oh! Oh! That's not the one. That sounds like the time Italy failed to qualify. Right, you can get off my bench for sure more. Bosnia's keeper playing silly games is nothing unexpected. Right, we're going to take out Fernando Luis. We're going to have a look at our brand new shiny striker Vagos. And he's going to make all the difference. I've got to bloody sort this shit out again, because of course I have. Every time I save or load a game. Alright, Sandro Tonali scored, lovely. Let's go, let's get this one underway. See if Vagos is a goal-scoring man. In fact, you know what, I might actually go and make the cup of the tea. I think that might be the way forward. And then when I return, hopefully this penalty shootout will be done and we can all focus on what's going on. But I'll leave you with the first half to manage, because you guys always seem to win when I leave you in charge of a first half. Sure, thank you, sure guys, right. Take charge, win the game. Okay, I swear my kettle takes forever to boil. There we go, I'm back. Wow. Bosnia beating Italy. How the fuck have they done that? That's crazy. And hilarious. Riots happening. Oh, we're winning. Love it. Hey, Charlie, welcome in. I thought Vargas had scored. Then he didn't, but it's fine. Day has been fine. Thank you very much, Charlie. Welcome in. We were just discussing the wonderful Italian match, and I'm currently watching the Democratic Republic of Congo taking on Jamaica on the old side in a little tiny box on the old second screen, which is lovely, but I hope you're good. We've been looking for someone to score the goals for us. It looks like we might have someone, but we'll see. Czechia beat Denmark, my word. There's a whole story behind that, Harry. Whole story. It's all kicking off then in the World Cup qualifiers. What else is happening out there? Matches. Full match schedule. So, Bosnia have just beaten Italy. Sweden beat Denmark, but that was predictable. Mora scored for us. That wasn't predictable. Czechia beating Denmark. Turkey beating Kosovo. And then, I don't know why that's just shut. Oh, because I've got it set to European qualifiers for some reason. What's going on in the intercontinental playoffs? Oh, Iraq can't play until 4 AM. Alright, cool. England are bad? Yes. I don't think that's really up for debate, to be honest. I'd have to tell people this before every tournament, that the England team aren't as good as the English media will try and convince you the English team are. Yeah, they are, I think. It's not entirely clear. Oh, we've just conceded. I should make subs. We should take off Everett for McConville. We should take off Blot. And Beck for El Said. That should help. Yeah, Guadalajara is where they're playing, apparently, the Congo game. Oh, they probably had to be in Mexico, because if they'd been in the US, no one would be able to afford a ticket. Oh, I say this before every World Cup, Harry. Most England players are massively overrated. And he goes, oh, but Harry Kane's the best striker in the world from the penalty spot. Let's give it some perspective. He plays in the third or fourth best league in the world, and most of his goals come from a penalty spot. Also, even if we were to accept that he was the best striker in the world, he still has no service because the midfielders behind him are horrendously overrated. I am not going to any World Cup game. I would rather set myself on fire next to a school bus full of children at a petrol station than go to the United States. Yeah, that is the one down. That's why I have the commentary off. I mean, I can see it. I don't need a commentator to tell me what's going on. I have a pretty good understanding of the football. But, you know, let them pretend they've seen the game before. I stand by the fact the only American I ever want to hear commentate on football is Benny. Because I think he'd do a really good job at it. But he does actually understand the fucking game. Whereas, like, American commentators usually just seem to sound like they're making noises for no good fucking reason. Well, he had control of the rock and he was trying to get it forward into possession, but then he got the territory. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, it's offsides. It bothers me. Could we score another goal, please? I know I ask a lot, but one more goal doesn't feel like the biggest ask in the world. Right, let's encourage them. Maybe we'll get something. I'm not seeing any. I don't know any options on the bet. Like, let's stick Clausio back in, just in case he feels fancy. If we could get him on, that'd be lovely. We're gonna try and get a winner? No, of course we're not. That would be stupid. Imagine doing something stupid like trying to win the game. Alright, address the team. I'm not happy. You do better. Or the Congolese striker just stamped on the Jamaican goalkeeper's foot. It's all kicking off. It's not all kicking off. This game's been awful so far. To say this game has been awful so far would be potentially an overstatement, in fact. It has been really poor. Disappointment. Thank you, Jonathan. I don't know how you snuck in. Who else is coming? What? Like, genuinely what? We're stuck with the hand we've been dealt now. And I'm of the opinion that hand isn't very good. I think I might put Jack McConville in there because I trust him a bit more. I sort of want to see if Everett can learn central midfield. They're going to get upset because I told him he'd play as a 10, but they'll also have to get over it, so I don't know what to tell you. I've got Democratic Republic of Congo and Jamaica on. It's on FIFA Plus. Let me. I'll drop a link in case anyone else wants to put it on. I thought you paid for FIFA Plus, and then I found out you didn't. So there's 2 games left. It is this one followed by the Iraq game. Or the Iran game. Is it Iraq or Iran? I forget. It's someone. Yeah, Iraq and Bolivia. Iraq and Bolivia. But they're both on FIFA Plus. So do with that information what you will. Watch it, don't watch it. It's all good. I think we're going to put El Sayed in there. Because that was what I bought him to do. I do need another left back to get fit though. I might just put Carlos Gomez has learned to play left back. That's enticing. I've got Salinas. I just forgot about Salinas. Hey Liam, I'm good. How are you? Stamp, welcome in. Gibraltar is going. We're in kind of half Gibraltar, half watch along territory. Honestly, Gibraltar is going somewhere. I think. I just signed a striker hoping he would score, and I did not. Harry, it doesn't matter who gets here first. Being in a Twitch stream is a lot like sex. It's not about the first to arrive, it's about who gives the most pleasure. There you go, life advice with chasing lamely. But also I defy anyone to say I'm wrong. Twitch along. It sounds a bit twatty. Why, who's using Twitch along? I say who? Is it Zealand? Is Zealand using Twitch along? Yeah. Oh, you invented it. I was like, okay. I was like, am I going to get in trouble for saying that Zealand was using something twatty? I mean it in the nicest way, Simon. Walk it back, walk it back. No, it was one of those, like, you know when you just assume one of the children came up with something. Simon did gift you a sub. Simon's lovely. Lovely. To be fair, I don't know if because you're still watching. It's like, it feels like inventing a word for a thing for which we already had a word. It feels like an extra step. I mean, and look at me. Do I look like I do extra steps unless I have to? Let's be honest. Probably not. Jamaica have had 47% possession control, but somehow Congo have had 45. Now, I'm not Carol Vorderman, but that adds up to 92. So who had possession the other 8% of the time? I don't think I can take your stats seriously when your possession percentages don't add up to 100. The ref, maybe. Excellent. That was worth all of our time translating that. I feel like I should. It's not like it's not posted it enough, but this is literally in the rules. Let's consider that the last verbal warning, shall we? I'm really confused because this is Jamaica versus Congo, but everyone in the crowd seems to be in Mexico shit. So I know it's in Mexico, but like, why? So if you're learning Japanese, Harry, why are you putting simplified Chinese in the chat? See, the whole thing falls down. I can tell the difference between Mandarin, Cantonese, and, you know, the various Japanese alphabets by looking at them. I may not speak the languages to any great extent, but I can tell the difference between the alphabets. Alex is now a Gibraltarian citizen. Wow. Good for him. Good for him. Right, we're still mid-table. This is in danger of becoming a llama stream. We're nearly an hour in and we've played one game. I mean, yes, I did go and make a cup of tea, but this is a very slow pace, even for me. Obviously, it's not like a proper llama stream because he's entertaining and I'm not. But you know how it goes. Stuff is happening. Somehow, how the game's been today? Well, we've only played one and we drew it. It's true. Llama doesn't drink. Llama has a problem with hot liquids. For somehow they're showing animated highlights at half time in this game. Oh no, it's not animated. It's just really poor quality. There weren't any highlights actually in that game so far. Like, nothing has happened. Like, there were no moments at which it looked like either team was at risk of scoring. In fact, I dare say, the way this is currently going, this game will find a way to finish after the Iraq game, and it's very possible they're being played in the same stadium. Harry, what players would you like to look up, bearing in mind you've just redeemed 3 and we are 14 years into the future? Hot liquids, wet food, jars, physios. He does have issues with all this. And camping. Let's not forget camping. Camping's an important one to remember. Rio. I mean, you're going to have to give me more than Rio, I'll be honest. The guy from Liverpool. Oh, yeah, it's in Guadeloupe. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be in fucking Guadeloupe? Naturally. Rio Nguma. Thank you, Ash. Welcome in. There we go. I'm glad you guys instinctively all knew you were going to have to help me out because I don't watch Premier League football. So I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. Rio Nguma. There we go. Ungamoa. Currently at Nottingham Forest and we can't see all of him. But he looks like a footballer, doesn't he? He looks like a footballer. But welcome in, Ash. Welcome to the old Chatterino. Do appreciate you being here. So I'm just trying to do 4 things at once, because why would I not be? Yeah, welcome into chat. A gymnast. I'm confused. Oh, he's still on list of things Llama doesn't like. Gymnasts. Yeah, he looks like he should be good from what we can see him. I don't have him scouted. He's never going to play for us. Agility 20 indeed. But also crossing potentially 20. Dribbling 19. Technique possibly 20. Flair possibly 20. Work rate 15 to 20. He is on a 7.48 rating in the Premier League. People have spent money on him. He looks like he's done the business for Liverpool at some stage, so that's good. And he's had an England cap right next to Kenneth Eichhorn, apparently. We're gonna. Why did you? I just copied and pasted it. Only ever had 1 cap for England, yeah. But to be fair, the number of like English wingers is always like quite big, so I'm not shocked. This is Kenneth Eichhorn, the German at Arsenal. We apparently have fully scouted, I guess because he's got 116 caps for Germany. We know everything about this guy. Passing of 17, first touch of 60. I don't think he actually looks like a world-class footballer, but he may have been at some stage to get those caps for Germany. Career history has taken him from Hertha Berlin to FC Bayern for 11.25 million. Then 51 million pounds has been spent on him also by Arsenal, where he's been not awful, but I wouldn't say world class either. Like, unless this Arsenal team has been appalling, world class players shouldn't be scoring ratings that low, I don't think. What's he won? Because he's truly one of world football's global superstars, apparently. He has won the Nations League twice, the FA Cup 3 times, the Premier League once, the European Championship, the Champions League and the World Cup. Which I guess is fine. Hi Lizzie, welcome in to the YouTube. Hope you are well. So someone from chat, because you know someone has their Twitch name in the, and you can give it a go, but I suspect probably unlikely, but you'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Anytime you wish. While you're typing it, let's work out what we're doing on Emiliano Pardo. We are selling him, I think. We are selling him. That would be a huge loss. I mean, the thing is, there are lots of versions of Simon Thornley in this database under various names because of redeems, but like that one springs to mind. The Irish goalkeeper playing for AS Orai in Tahiti's lower leagues. No indication of how he's developed, but he is currently wanted by Teara. It is a bit rude, Charlie. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But there we go. Simon, it turns out, is not in the database in 15 years' time. Sorry, Simon. I hate to break it to you. I know you were expecting to make it into the database any day now. I really like Congo's kit. I hope they qualify. They probably won't, but I really hope they do. Just because that kit looks collectible. The Jamaica kit's also nice though, so that's, you know, it is what it is. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the Lions game. Where hopefully results are going to occur. We'll go with that team. Is that everyone all assembled and correct? Why are you doing that? Why have you swapped those round out of possession? That's stupid. That's better, right. Here we go for all the marbles of today. I say all the marbles of today like it's the only thing we're going to do. No. Jamaica are having a hug. Saw kicking off. Jamaica are having a big old hug. While the Congolese players walk around looking slightly annoyed. We should apply all that advice. That's great advice. I should remember to... Can I do it? I'll do it. Someone remind me after the game. I'm going to give him control over our individual instructions. Or opposition instructions. Right, get out there. Do your thing. Make me proud. Thank you very much. Job done. Talk to the media. Don't really want to. Yes, you stupid twat. Is that an option? Oh, I can send an assistant. Love it. I was hoping I had the type in the box thing so I could be like, no, you arsehole, shut up. Let's go. Vagos is going to score today. Mark my words. Vagos is about to be an goal scorer. For the mighty Lincoln or Lynx of Gibraltar. Just do it. Just don't stop. Oh, he's not going to be a goal scorer because he's broken. Well, it was nice while it lasted, I suppose. How broken is he? Potential foot injury. Oh. Of course the striker I signed breaks like a friggin' Kit Kat. Well, I guess we have to do this without him then. I guess we've scored. Good. Ada Carmona has shown up. My Carmona. So academic writing medical papers called Simon Thornley, but that's not you. Interesting. Interesting. Well, the first thing that comes up is Simon Thornley hair design. So that's fun. We've got one that restores vintage cars. I'm guessing that's not you. One at the University of Auckland. Oh, an epidemiologist. An epidemiologist, huh? That's the science of blood? Wow, a tactical consort. Bye. Yeah, you didn't come. I'm going to safely say you probably didn't come up on the first page of my Google, unless you are the DJ and creator and director of Rave for Research, which sounds interesting. I reckon I'd be surprised. We can safely say of all the potential Simon Thornleys out there in this world, none of them that come up on Google compare to you. Also, the one that does rave for research looks about 29 and lives in Bolton. So, based on the very little I do know about you, Simon, I'm going to say that's probably not you. Bainga is going to have to go in there. It's going to have to... Oh, we've scored again in the background, apparently. That was good. I thought I'd paused that. That's fine. Sure more. Yep, you can go in. That's good. Good protection of our legs. None of those things apply. It's true. You are also not a digital creator. Nor, I suspect, married someone called Helen. Or trying to convince people you look like Lee Mack. And that fella on Facebook is really trying to convince people he looks like Lee Mack. I don't know why. I can't imagine there's much money in impersonating Lee Mack. You just spend your entire life being asked if someone funny was coming. I'm not throwing shade at Lee Mack. I'm sure people find him very, very funny. Can't pretend I'm one of them. Oh, for reasons I'll never fully understand, I was fed in my... Fair enough. I enjoy not going out, but I mostly enjoy that for Tim Vine, because I think Tim Vine is hilarious. My newsfeed earlier randomly fed me an article by crazed psychopath Julie Burchill that was published in The Spectator. I don't know why they thought I'd want to read anything written by Julie Burchill because she's a fucking idiot, or read anything in The Spectator, but she basically wrote 5 billion words complaining that she doesn't like watching or listening to comedy on the radio anymore because comedians aren't racist enough. That was basically what she was driving at. But I read it just to see if that was in fact the conclusion she would draw, because she is a fucking fascist. Oh wait, no, she's not a fascist. We're not allowed to call her a fascist because she's in a wheelchair. Literally, basically what she has said to people in public. I can't be a fascist, I'm in a wheelchair. Make it make sense. But anyway, yeah, her whole thing was like, comedians aren't funny anymore because they're not racist. But then she tried to save the article by like, oh, well, at least back in my day we had comedians like Bill Hicks and George Carlin. Bill Hicks and George Carlin would fucking hate you, you twat. Bill Hicks would tear you apart to the point where you could be used as fucking glitter. If you were bright enough. Oh, and she also has tried to make the argument that George Orwell would hate people being woke. And I was like, you have never read fucking George Orwell, have you? Like, There's proving you're an idiot, and there's going out of your way to prove you're an idiot. There was one thing George Orwell was famously a fan of. It was fascism. Famously, George Orwell was conservative. They did take the piss out of disabled people. She's genuinely fucking batshit crazy. It's like, I'm an OAP and I'm infirm, so I listen to the radio. Literally, honestly, I almost want to show you this. In fact, I am going to show you this article. It's so funny. It's so funny. She doesn't intend it to be funny. But why modern comedians like Ramesh Ranganathan aren't funny? My word, she's so lacking in self-awareness that this is possibly the funniest thing you'll read all year. Like, she literally says in there, because I'm an OAP and in a wheelchair, I listen to the radio a lot. Like, what the fuck do either of those things have to do with you listening to the radio? Absolutely the same as those people, Will. Absolutely the same as those people. Never fails to make me laugh. But the whole thing, she's just so stupid. Like, if anyone can explain to me the correlation between being in a wheelchair and old, and also listening to the radio a lot, like, pretty sure most old people don't just sit around, or wheelchair-bound people, or anywhere in the Venn diagram in the world, just sit around listening to the radio. Like, I don't think that's a thing that, like, they all automatically do. Like, my nan was in a wheelchair for quite a while before she died, and I guarantee she never listened to the radio. To be fair, she mostly sat around reading books, which was darkly funny because she also had Alzheimer's, so there was no way she could remember what was going on in the book. No way. It's one of those, like, darkly funny things. Like, I love that she was still trying to read, but there was not a chance that she was going to have any idea of what was going on in that book. Update on this needs better phrasing. Can we get SI to phrase this better? Because an update on Visconti's language development would indicate that he somehow hasn't developed as a child to be able to speak, which is very different to his learning of a language. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, but the thing is that I admire the fact that she kept trying, even though she had to have got the sense at some stage she didn't know what was going on. Like, I feel like even when you're, like, in that state, you know enough about what's going on to know you don't understand what's going on in the book you're reading, because you can't remember what previously happened in the book you're reading, if that makes sense, you know? try that switcheroo. In fact, let's try this one more time. Obviously replacing Varbos with... Is Alex actually any good? No! No, Varbos is not any good. Salinas might be good though. Logically, Stachuk should be good. But I'm going to try Salinas. Oh, Mo Blot's ineligible for this match. I knew that. I was just testing you guys. We'll send in Worswick. Let's go. Let's go beat some magpies. Oh, Jamaica have got a corner. Jamaican me crazy. Can you score? Can you take the... This is taking forever. Come on. No. But it was the rare corner that you don't see these days very often, where it beat the first man. I still forgot to get this guy sorted out just doing this stuff. I do enjoy when the corner beats the first man. It's such a rare throwback thing to see these days. And it's one of those things you feel like shouldn't be particularly hard to achieve. But somehow people make look really hard. Can we have someone score a goal, please? I don't mind which one, as long as it's someone who plays for us. Well, hang on, has this ref just given a penalty? Oh no, he's just sorting out silly shoving bollocks at the corner. Ooh. Oof. It's just raining corners for Jamaica. Raining corners. I would quite like to see Jamaica qualify for the World Cup, I'm not going to lie. As much as there's a whole conversation to be had about underrepresentation of African nations at the World Cup, I still want Jamaica to get through. Oh, Salinas is bloody injured now. Why do none of our strikers have the ability to last an entire game? What's wrong with them? Oh, we've gone to long throw-ins and we've got it nowhere. Good, 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 good. It's all going well. All going well for the Jamaican team. Let's try a corner. Lovely. Oh, it's not gone well. Anyway, let's focus on the football match we're trying to play through, because that would be way better entertainment than me half watching a football match that doesn't affect me directly. Although it is funny watching the fella do yoga poses. Ooh, okay, I see why he's stretching his back out, because some lad just landed studs first in his back. Alright. Yeah, I get that. I'm okay with that now. Salinas to Cook to Salinas. The other Salinas. There's two Salinases. They're not even brothers. They're from different countries. Here's one Salinas. He finds McConville. McConville cuts it back. Mark Pace, not to be confused with his old buddy Dave Hale, scores a goal. Scores a goal for us. Lovely. Now we just need to keep hold of this lead. Can we keep hold of this lead for... Well, they've got a Metzger. Winning against Magpies would be quite big for us. I'll be honest, it would be quite a big win for us. Like, we are sort of holding on to the mid-table-ish area early on. We're now 5th. We're 5th. We're actually points clear of Magpies. Maybe we've done enough to break into that conversation about Europe. You guys have not been good enough so far. Get your shit together, boys. There we go. Rodrigo. Try and carry on in the second half. We'll see how it goes. I'm glad they put that as a team talky thing in. Makes him feel like I've not forgotten he's hurt. I just don't care. I mean, I just want him to push himself to do his best. To be good on the footballing side. Okay, pace again with a corner into the box. Doesn't find a header. Metzger heads it away. Worswick is there. Is that pronounced Worswick? Warsick? I don't know. Salinas. Oh, Salinas. Come on. Back. Lovely. Back again. Lovely. Shoot. Someone turn and... Mark Pace was offside. It's alright. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Our wingers aren't playing well. I think we're going to take off old Salinasy boy for Clausio. Then we're going to stick some new wingers in. But I might actually make Pace a winger. And then I'll take off Worswick because he looks nervous. And I'll take off this Salinas because I feel like it. We'll send in old Barlow, old Gary Barlow. Maybe it's like Ken Barlow. I don't know, it's a Barlow. Praise. Praise be all ye. Okay, let's get a second goal, please. A second goal would probably see this game out. Oh, Clausio's through. Clausio's through. Cut it back. Cheeky. Beautiful. Denied by the frame of the goal, though. Maybe an inch to the left. Inch to the left, and we'd have been laughing, wouldn't we? Gotta think it through. Gotta think it through. Okay, we're good. We're chasing victory. We're chasing something anyway. Hopefully a win. Hopefully a win. El Sayed. Appleton Cochrane gives the ball away, but Barlow gets it back. Beck. Pace. Back to El Sayed. Back to Pace. Through. And that's Jack McConville with a goal. And we are 2-0 up against the Magpies. And we have secured our place for now in the top half of the Gibraltar Football League table. And we are one step closer to the possibility of somehow, after all this time, making our first appearance in European football. With all the glory and money and joy that comes with it, we are one step closer to making the dream come true. What the fuck is happening now? Right, Harry. Let me... One final time. I'm dead serious when I say this, Harry. This is in the rules. Dead serious about this. This is your last warning. I can only ask people to stop doing shit like that so many times. Oh, so basically it makes me approve it every time someone uses the rules tag, but not when it uses the stream announcement also is making you hear it. So I've just slightly reworded it. I don't care which. They are essentially the same thing. I think we can use our judgment. Pretty sure we can use our judgment on this one, and we're all smart enough to understand what's occurring. But it won't be happening again. It was a good win. It was a great win. I'm quite happy with that as a win. We have got another striker in. Oh, we've got Mark Pace injured as well. Oh, we're dropping like flies. We are dropping like flies here, and well, oh, we might be okay. We might be okay for the next game because it's a couple of weeks away, which is nice. Simon, who are we renaming? What's the new set of screen like? Haven't been on since the new update. The new youth update screen. The player sounds like Garth Crooks to actually be Garth Crooks. Okay. I don't know which. If someone can guide me, I'll find it. There you go. He is now Garth Crooks. Our left winger. Right, the new youth thing. Youth setup screen. This one. Hang on, this fella's supposed to be starting for us. Why the fuck was he down there in the first place? And he was. I signed him to play too. And him. Why were they hiding from me? Looks like the FM24 one, to be honest. Just with the horrible purple shit. Could become a star player. Lovely. What else is in here that's changed? Youth development. That looks fairly similar. Youth environment. They seem reasonably happy, I guess. Maybe. What else have we got in here? Youth performance. That's just a training review disguised as something that's not a training review. Let's not be daft here. And youth candidates, as things stand, we're probably not worrying about this year's youth intake. Let's be completely honest. Not that we were particularly worrying anyway. Squad-wise. There is a thing I need to do. There is a thing. I'm going to do something. Might as well get the skin. I doubt there's going to be another update for next week. There's probably going to be one by the end of this week, Charlie. I reckon there's going to be one by the end of this week. Enjoy your lurk, Harry. Enjoy your lurk. Right, I am going to try and train chance conversion. As bold as it sounds, I'm going to try and train chance conversion. Because I feel like it's a thing we need to get better at. Right. There's lots of days between now and then. There is a whole video I made where I talked about wildly there being another update to come. And so far, more than one person has watched it. To be fair, that video is actually not performing as well as I thought it would. It's rare I care super much about how a video performs, but that's not actually performing as well as I thought it would. But when SI makes an announcement, I suspect it'll blow up, so that'll be fine. But also, I say it hasn't performed as well as I thought it would, but also nobody gives a fuck about FM26 anymore, do they, if we're honest? Title not clickbaity enough. Maybe? I'll have a look. I'll have a look when I'm done streaming, because I can't think of a clever, creative title. The thing is, I did ask vidIQ, and it was trying to like come up with clickbaitier titles, but they all didn't sound like what was actually in the video. And I told it what was in the video, and I showed it the video and all this kind of shit, and it went, "Oh, you should just go with this one." I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, that wasn't what I was asking you to do, but thanks. That's fair enough, Charlie. I fully get it. That's why I didn't stream yesterday, actually, because I was feeling like arse. I say feeling like it was semi-self-inflicted feeling like arse. Insofar as I'd done my injection-y shit, and yeah, I did not feel super good afterwards. Well, clearly, sleep. The word sleep was used. That's the question. How are Jamaica doing? Still not winning this game. Genuinely, these two teams could play forever. The penalty shootout might not even have any goals in it. This might be a war of attrition to see which team can stay alive long enough to play at the World Cup. Charlie, we had a whole conversation about this the other night, about how going to bed and going to sleep mean the same thing to most people. But apparently there is a young'un element that thinks going to bed means you sit in your bed playing with your phone. They are going to be cleared out by the World Cup starting. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to go back through going to bed sleep phone. It was, Jesus Christ, it was enough to make you want to get your fucking tubes tied, wasn't it? Just to make sure you didn't accidentally have another child. It was so bad that I was considering whether or not it was okay to force my daughter to be sterilised to make sure she didn't have any kids in case it got any fucking stupider. Right, can we get this next game? In fact, I'm going to be back in like a minute. Find some liquids and all that bollocks. And I will be back, yeah, in about 60-ish seconds time. Oh my god, we're nearly back. Great stuff. Great stuff. Still no goals for the Congo or Jamaica though. Also, I just realised I haven't eaten anything all day. So naturally, my first thought was I have a bag of Haribo. Up the Bosnia indeed kit, welcome in. We are currently half watching the Congo-Jamaica game, and the biggest question I have is, aside from will this game ever see a goal, including in penalties, is which of these kits do I most want to be at the World Cup? That's the question. They're both quite nice. Do I? Oh, I do have my strikers back. Okay. I think we're probably going to drop. Yeah, we'll drop Salinas for now. And someone else was out there involved, weren't they? Yeah, Mo Blot. The old Mo Blot. Is there anyone else missing from that team? Ah, fair. See, that's top class thinking. That's why you're the brains of the operation. Yes, indeedy. Welcome in. With your random newly subscribed status. I say random. Simon bought a bunch of gift subs the other day, and you were one of the ones that got the lucky draw. So there we go. Oh, can we fix this? No, we can't. Still bastard forgot to set this up. There we go. Lovely. Address the team, and apparently this rivalry is hard fought. So go out there and do a fighty thing, please. We'll put the old league table there for a second. Literally for a second, apparently. This is Europa Point FC? College Europa FC, okay. They all look the same. They all look the same. This is the one that should be beatable, I think. Oh my god, someone scored. Of course it's offside. Of course it's offside. That flag has never shot up fast enough. It was like, we can't, I'd have let it go. I don't care if he was 5 miles offside. Let it fucking go. Let it go. Just end this goddamn match. Nothing is happening. I'd rather take the stick off Twitter for being a shit ref than have to suffer through any more of this match. If I'm honest. It has been poor. We are in that second grouping of teams in the old league up there. We're in the race for third. I don't know how we're in the race for third, but I'll take it. Like, I couldn't point to anything in particular I've done to make this happen. Ooh, that was almost a shot on target. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Nothing makes me feel better about myself than watching a World Cup qualifying game for the actual real life World Cup and realising I might be able to get in either of these teams. And yet one of them will be playing at the World Cup. I suggest the chances of me finding a Jamaican or Congolese grandparent are quite slim. But, you know, if someone wants to fake some paperwork, I could be available for the next World Cup. Oh no, the next World Cup is in a safe country, isn't it? It's just this one's in a third world nation. Oh well. To be fair, I'll also be 4C4 by then. I'll be even less use. The next... Where isn't it, is the question. Well, the next World Cup is being hosted in... See if I can remember this right the first time off my head. Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Uruguay... Argentina, and I want to say somewhere else, but I can't remember which somewhere else. Someone that's being hosted everywhere except fucking Saudi Arabia, because the Saudis wrote a big check. You know how it goes. Basically, the Saudis said to FIFA, here's a fat stack of cash. If you can give every confederation except Asia the next World Cup, so it's between us and Australia don't really want it, then we'll have the one after. Cheers. He did fall over the ball and ask for a foul. It's very true. That back heel was cheeky. That was a cheeky attempt at a goal. If that had gone in, he'd be a hero. Flavio Vargas has finally scored for us. The boy is there. The boy has scored. And now we cook. Now we cook our way to the top of the table because we've got a strikery man who scored a goal. Paraguay, there we go. Yeah, it's bloody everywhere. He scored again. Flavio Vargas has arrived. He's arrived. He's figured it out. I don't know why I'm getting this excited. We've seen Clausio score hat-tricks. It just seemed to occur completely at random. But Vargas was signed to be the goal-scoring boy. And he is scoring goals. Oh yeah, of course they did. Of course they gave up on their sustainable pillar. Come on, you know every FIFA principle has a price. In fact, the only sustainable FIFA principle is if you write us a big enough check for a bribe, you can do anything you fucking like. Like, realistically, let's not be surprised if we see all of the USA's opposition sides in the World Cup stuck in concentration camps. Because the check will clear. That's really the kind of World Cup we're about to have. Yes, Harry, I'm aware you're lurking. You don't have to keep reminding me. Oh, it's like Extreme Elements knew exactly what I was thinking. It's like Extreme Elements knew. Oh my god, they've put 6 minutes of added time on this game. For what? Nothing has happened. Because, yeah, we all start popping like introductory cabinets, that's secure, it has barbed wire everywhere. Honestly, the British media, I fucking hate them. Every one of them should be put in prison. And I say this as someone who has done journalism this week. That's it. I am wondering just how confident England fans are going to feel the day before the World Cup when Trump has all of their black players sent to Guantanamo Bay. Because they've convinced himself he's just like us. He's not that racist, except you're all racist. So... some fucking wanker at customs is going to be like, oh, Bukayo Saka doesn't sound very English, mate. Where are you from? And then they'll chuck him in an ICE detention camp. I mean, they will have their Facebooks checked, but let's be honest, a lot of them can't spell. A lot of them can't spell. I had to laugh actually. So, as you guys know, I went to the States recently, and before she got on her flight, she unfollowed me on pretty much every social media just in case they checked. It was very funny. Like, she's got it in her head that I'm probably on some US government watch list. I probably am, but it's probably not that deep. But it was quite funny. Well, yeah, I'm sure we're all on some kind of American government watch list. What if I was on a watch list? Or for the World Cup? Oh, half the NSH. It's true. That's true. We should invite them to check in. See how upset they get about me talking about President Pedophile. Sorry, Trump. That's his name. Trump. I always get those two things mixed up. I don't know why those two words are so mixed up in my head. Couldn't tell you. Super awkward. I think my Tourette's is getting worse. Possibly. If anyone asks, my Tourette's has always been terrible on this channel. It's amazing I get through videos sometimes without tics. Well, this one's going to extra time. It's the only time you'll ever hear a final whistle of a football match and the entire crowd goes, oh. Just collective groans. Do we have to? Guys. Can we not just flip a fucking coin? Honestly, you get the impression they're both competing to be the first one out of the World Cup. They're both so bad. I was tempted to see if I recognised anyone in their team, but you know when there's that voice in your head that says, if I look at, been through a divorce and 2 house purchases once in the last 6 months, and nothing compared to watching this game. Exactly that. I feel that sentiment. Lineups. Let's have a look. What have we got going on? Anyone of any use on this pitch? Twansebe and Wan-Bissaka are apparently currently playing for Congo. I don't have the commentary on, obviously, so I didn't know that because I wasn't paying that close attention. Meanwhile, in this Jamaican side, they have got a whole bunch of players I actually recognise. Not least of which is Bailey Cadamarteri, Leon Bailey, I think that's Tyrese Campbell. Like, there are players I've heard of on this pitch, and yet none of them seem capable of doing anything. There was that whole thing like the fellow was saying, Zakuani used to play for Fulham, whose job now apparently is like driving around England looking for it, or driving around Europe looking for any footballer who could potentially represent Congo or something. Like, that's his whole job, as he drives around Europe looking for any player who could be in even the remotest fashion Congolese. And like, I forget where I saw it, but they were chatting to him. They're like, "Oh, how do you like do your job and whatnot?" And he was like, oh, basically, like, I pay attention to football scores and things, and if I see a name in a paper and I think he sounds like he could be Congolese, I go and have a look at him. Well, that fella's living the dream. He basically gets paid to just fuck about. Alright. I think I'm going to put Corvalonia instead of Beck. I have just disagreed with myself and put El Sayed in. Right, let's go and beat the Red Imps of Lincoln. The Red Imps of Lincoln, who we know are a world-class football side. Guys, why are we still in huddles? Stop this. There's literally nothing to say to your team because they've done absolutely nothing. Oh, I forgot to give a team talk. Oh, shit. That's gone well. Let's do an encourage, shall we? That's fair. It is fair, Wal. But then arguably, we've gone well over, well, nearly 2 hours without them playing any football. So, it's unlikely to start now. We have scored a goal in a minute against Lincoln Red Imps. I don't want to speak too soon. But maybe we're actually good. Should do the cold shoulder routine again. That's a Wally 30 minutes. That's true. That is true. Yeah, no, I completely forgot to do a team talk, Simon. I completely didn't do a team talk. And somehow we've just come out of the blocks and just gone, nah, we'll just smash Lincoln then, I guess. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Jesus Christ, lads, let's get this over with. Whistle off, Sipenga on, that's changed. Yep, well, I know nothing about Sipenga. Who does he play for? Brian Sipenga of CD Castellon. Oh, world class. Some say he's the Pele of this generation. The young undiscovered talent that the whole World Cup will be talking about at 28. I know, we all know the world-class young player the world will be talking about after this World Cup is Jesse Lingard. It's true, Pele was the Sipenga of his day. I genuinely admire the restraint of Jamaica they haven't called up. He who should not be named. Mason Greenwood. Yeah. Genuinely shocked they haven't called him up. I know they talked about it. Actually shocked they haven't called him up. Like, imagine how awful a human being you have to be for a nation that is not highly ranked to decide they'd rather not be associated with you than call you up. They changed the rules, I believe, Simon, where you have to, if you've played less than 3 games for a country, you can switch. I believe. And as of this moment, he only has one cap. So, I believe... Oh, he's filed papers. He has switched officially to be Jamaican. And then he's got a Jamaican passport. He's received the clearance from the FA. And Steve McLaren's just not called him up, which is hilarious. Imagine Steve McLaren, old Steve Van McLaren, deciding he wants nothing to do with Mason Greenwood. Wild. This is Steve McLaren, the fella who famously provided a character reference for Adam Johnson. That's Steve McLaren. There's a story not enough people talk about. You've been terrible, sort it out. Probably does have a banging song, but you know, I can't say I know it. Over the top, here's Garth Crooks on the sofa. He's made some waffle about football that didn't make sense to anyone. Will we see it? Will we see the world-class goal, the push-gas winning finish that makes this entire game worthwhile? Is that a thing we're about to witness? Probably not. Hang on. Garth Crooks has got the ball. Garth had a very serious voice, that's true. Goes, fuck Adam Johnson, you went down for nonsense, you're a paedophile, you're a paedophile. Fair. Do you know what? That's accurate. I shouldn't encourage jokes about Adam Johnson. They're terrible. There was a rumour that Adam Johnson used to behave really, really badly at every club he joined, and it was because he was hoping he'd be ordered into the under-16s. Miss Ollie being mentioned as one of his actual clips I agree with. When he hits penalty with his right, then takes penalty with his left, free kicks with his left, free kicks with his right. He's always what you'd call 50-50, maybe 51-49 left-footed. Excellent. Excellent. World-class stuff. Ordered in, yeah. Well, this has ended disappointingly. We got an early goal, we looked good, and then all of a sudden, we didn't look very good. Now would be a great time for us to look really good again. Or at least passably good. There we go. Flavio Vargas has scored again. And it's been ruled offside. But the important thing is that we tried. Right? We tried. We put a shift in. They are comfortably the best team. Like this whole thing, I know I keep saying it, is just we qualify for Europe. Alright. I'll fucking yell at you then, shall I? If we qualify for Europe, we will actually have the money to build a team that can dominate this league. Like, it's all about stealing a cheeky third spot or winning the cup. Which I think we can achieve. Oh my god, a Jamaican player has fallen asleep. Oh no, he's moving. It's okay. He's moving. He's not asleep. He hasn't bored himself rigid. It's okay. God, I hope England get whoever wins this game in their group. That'd be lovely. Because they look very easy to beat. They do not. Oh, I forget groups have been drawn already. For some fucking reason. I forgot that was a thing that had already happened. Oh, didn't we get like Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia? Well, fuck me. There's no point in either this team or Uzbekistan showing up, is there? There's literally no point anyone but Portugal or Colombia showing up for that group. Because none of us are pretending that Uzbekistan are going to go on a generational run, are we? I'm sure some third place teams go through, but I can't imagine it'll be any of the third place teams from this particular group. That's right, we've got Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Well, that's a thriller. It's basically going to be a I think we can already say whoever wins out of England and Croatia will win their... Holy shit, someone scored. And this one might actually... It was Axel Tuanzebe. Whoa, a player I've heard of scored a goal. He will have statues of him built in his living room. 5 foot is on. But we are now asking for 8 goals in 10 minutes. Which, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. But it feels unlikely. And Tuanzebe saves us from a World Cup at which Mason Greenwood plays. There are women throughout North America who will never know how lucky they are and how much they owe Axel Tuanzebe. Allegedly. Allegedly. Anyway, we haven't played Manchester 62 yet, so if we could just do that, that'd be nice. Now that this World Cup palaver feels over. VAR? Je ne sais pas, papa. Oh, we are VARing. We are VARing. What's VAR saying? What's VAR saying? Come on, VAR. Please don't rule that goal out. Please, for all of us, don't rule that goal out. There's no reason to do that to any of us. VAR were like, or someone like the VAR was like, this game has had too much excitement already, so we best make everyone wait around for 15 minutes for a simple yes-no decision. Is it given? Is it not given? Will we ever fucking find out? Join us next year on FIFA. Thank fuck for that. I don't even care if it was a goal or not. I'm just glad it's been given so this game doesn't carry on any longer than it has to. I think we'll have Carmona on the pitch, thank you. And then we'll drop Fernando Luis for our... that fella. Don't know anything about him. Is he any good? Yeah, possibly. That'll do. That'll do. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Hang on. That fucking loser Beck is in the team again. Right, we can drop that fella for Salinas. Let's go. Let's get Manchester 62 out of the way as we watch as Jamaica try to find an equaliser. Please God, no. Nobody wants that. That may be a crime. I want to see a marked improvement from all of you tonight. We're going to put actual pressure on them. Want to worry about us and look forward to these and yada yada yada. Good. Go, 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 go. Right, we're underway. 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. Wow. That's odd because that VAR check took 6. So clearly the referees are listening to us and they want this game to end as fast as possible. That's true. Well, hang on, Jamaica are through. They're through. That was close. That was close. Right, let's head away. Ballantyne off the... Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, motherfucker. Right. Thanks, guys. Very positive reaction from all of you. You've not been good enough. Sort your fucking lies out. Well, half time coming in extra time, and the game that never ends looks like it's finally going to. Have we got a penalty? No, we haven't. I was like, what? I look away for 2 seconds. Hello, thank you, Reda Al Fayed, for being offside at an important moment. Our front four have been poor. Let's pause that so we don't miss anything important. Garth Crooks get off for Senhor Beck. Everett in there. Salinas in there. And then Corvaloni in there. That's the plan. That will be the plan. Can we get a winning goal, please? Just a winning goal would be nice. That's all I ask of these footballers. One winning goal. There we go. There we go. Steve Everett shows up to score a goal, and we are 1-0 up against Manchester 62. And suddenly, it almost feels like we've separated ourselves out from the herd around us. Almost. Could we be in a run for second place? Is it at all possible we are competing for second place in this table? Surely not. Like, surely not. Off the woodwork. Off the woodworks. Let's praise our boys. Let's tell them to focus. Let's tell our boys to focus. Just so I see if that works. Ever. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. Please defend this. Someone, please defend this. There we go. That was nice. That was nice. Don't let Marconi get through. Don't let me... Ah, see what you did. See what you've done, guys. You've bottled it, is what you've done. You've bottled this now. It was ours for the taking. And you've bottled it. Also, I'm very confused. I could have sworn Steve McLaren was still in charge of Jamaica. Maybe he got fired. I think he actually did get fired. He got fired because they didn't qualify directly. Oh no, he voluntarily resigned. Voluntarily resigned. Right. We made it too easy. There we go. Okay, 15 minutes to go of the greatest match in the history of football. Don't pick your nose on telly, you twat. Don't do that. People can see you. Absolutely unnecessary. Thanks. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks. A whole week till our next game. Wow. Let's hope no one gets injured between now and... Oh, we're back underway. We're back underway. Can Jamaica spoil the party? That's the biggest question. Can Jamaica spoil this party? Probably not. But strange things happen. There's still time. There's still time for us to get the 8 more goals that Wale promised us. It's about to be the greatest 15 minutes in football history. Italy have not played a World Cup knockout game since the iPhone was released. I don't think correlation is causation. But let's blame that. The last knockout game was also a final which they won. That's hilarious. Imagine being that bad for that long after winning the World Cup. That's almost England levels of incompetence. In fact, thinking about it, that is surpassing England levels of incompetence. Because, you know, at least England qualified for the World Cup after they won it. I mean, sure, they didn't qualify again for another 12 years after that one, but they did have a team of 30. That was when we realised that Italian footballers play forever. It was also when everyone else realised that to beat Italian footballers, you largely just need to fill your team with players who could run. Ah, that's true. England did automatically qualify for 70. That's true. Before the years when Ron Greenwood did such an excellent job of managing England. Well, apparently Mbele is recovering well. He didn't qualify for a World Cup between 62 and 82 or something. Ah. The more you know. The more you know. Right. Do I want to change this team at all? I mean, probably not. But what I do want to change, because I just remembered to change a thing. Watch me remembering to change a thing. 70s champions, 74 didn't qualify, 78 didn't qualify. It's true, technically. But that is very much a technically. There we go. Remember to do that button. I don't know, Simon. It was before my time. Actually, it was before your time. but for all of our time. Okay, let's do it. Let's beat the Hound Dogs. Indeed. And then 86 got the shit kicked out of them by a tiny coke addict. I always think, like, if you think how good Maradona was in the 86 World Cup and the amount of drugs he was doing, imagine how good he would have been without the drugs. Like, in many ways, England were lucky to encounter Maradona on drugs. Italy have told Trump to fuck off and not use their military bases. Not sure the result, but I'd like to guess there. Well, shove your shitty World Cup anyway, we're doing this. Fair. It's weird when you see fascists fighting with other fascists, though. It's like seeing Satan and Saddam fighting. She was the only one in Europe who actually liked him, yes. Actually, that's not true. I'm pretty sure Keir Starmer's a fan too. And we'll never truly know because he's so completely incapable of taking a position on anything that we'll never find out. Are we sure has Starmer finally decided to take a stance on something? See, I'm at the point now, this is the trouble I have. We're dangerously close to weaving into politics. But I am of the opinion that I'm not going to fully respect a British Prime Minister from now until one of them tells Donald Trump to stick it up his fucking arse. Like, we don't need the special relationship that badly. We've got far bigger problems than appeasing an orange paedophile. So, even if it's literally just, hey, America, we'll be friends with you again when you put an adult in charge. Well, sure, but it just felt spineless. The ref is down injured now. I think the ref fell asleep. On the plus side, at least if they have to get a ref out the stands, he'll definitely be neutral, because everyone at this game is Mexican as far as I can tell. Is it wrong that I find it oddly funny that one of the linesmen looks like Scott Mills? Like, he found a new job very quickly. Maybe. Moonlighting as a referee. Fair enough, Simon. I suspect I will be wrapping up after this game because I'm literally only awake to see if this game ends in miracles. But yeah, it should be tomorrow night. I have to have a bit of an editing day, but I should be on tomorrow night. I've got like 3 episodes to edit, so hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, should see you tomorrow. Ref looks like he's crying off the pitch, not losing a final out. Just it's fair, he's not losing a final. He's not going to referee a final if they gave him this game, though, is he? Let's be honest, this might be the closest he comes to refereeing at a World Cup. Oh, Garth Crooks with an absolute worldie. And we might be about to wrap things up with a big old win. Garth Crooks is here, there and everywhere, which is usually only said when he's spreading himself all the way over a 3-seater sofa. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable techers. We have got to half-time at 3-1. Lots of shots so far, so I'm happy. Jackie McConville, you've not been good enough. Get better. Everyone else get out there, do your thing. And Scott Mills is refereeing at the World Cup. Come on, let's get more goals. McConville is going to have to come off, I think. McConville is going to have to come off. For Everett, for old Kenny Everett. Barlow on left back. All Lynx have scored again. Who was that? Jack McConville, of course he scores just as I take him out of the game. That was rapid, Kit. I didn't even see what was posted. Also, Kit, since you are paying attention, did you see the picture I posted of this Lynx kit in real life? Like the real life version of this purple Lynx gear. It's actually quite nice. Like, I don't want to tempt you into like purchasing things, because we know there may be a problem, but I highly recommend looking it up. I am a fan. It may become a thing to which I treat myself for a birthday. I say for our birthday because my birthday's in 8 days' time. Which reminds me, no stream next Thursday. I don't work on my birthday, and I consider this to be working. So I am going to eat cake. Well done, good win for us. We've got 2 minutes left of the Congo-Jamaica game. There is a Jamaican player down wasting time because apparently no one told him how football works. Come on. Hoofed at ball forwards. Hoofed at ball forward, please. Actually, what am I saying? What do I want to hoof the ball forward for? Because then it will go to penalties. We don't want penalties. God. That is some unnecessary nonsense that nobody needs. Oh, now there's a Congolese player down. They're trying to get him subbed off. Bloody Nora. All the time wasting. He's not that badly hurt. Eh? How did his mate get tackled and he went down? Fucking sympathy diving. We are now in the portion of the show we're all injured. That was a proper sympathy dive. Why, Harry? Why what? Oh, they've brought on a pickle. They're in a pickle. Imagine the jokes that are about to get made if Jamaica score after the Democratic Republic of Congo brought on a pickle. Well, welcome to Lurk, Benny. Glad to have you here. We are observing the magic that is the Jamaica game. It has been a thing that happened. And will be a thing that I suspect continues to happen for another 4 minutes. Which means that we might get one more game in. Oh. We might get one more game in, possibly, if we get there. I know that was clown shoe stuff. That was clown shoe shooting. You've got your opportunity to guarantee a place at the World Cup. Sure, Sam. Bye. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the last time I see bye in the chat. Because that was... It's honestly, I don't need stupid TikTok memes, thank you. Come on, let's see this one out. Oof. Come on, guys, let's do this. Well, we all saw that coming. We've got 3 minutes. All right. Well, I guess that's time for one more match. Very quickly, one more match, because that brings us actually nicely to an international break in the old savoury bobs too. So that's helpful. Still time for Jamaica to equalise and take this game to penalties. Please, dear God, no. Let's not let that happen ever, please. Please, God, no. God, no. No, God, no. 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 We're underway against Glasses United for our last match of the night. On stream, Jamaica going for a long throw. Have they sent the goalie up? They bloody haven't. What's that about? Send the keeper up. There was literally nothing to lose there. Send the goalie up. Send the big boy forward. Well, that was the end of your World Cup campaign, Jamaica. I'm very sorry. If you'd sent the goalie up, you'd have scored. Just saying. World-class pro tip of pro tips for the world-class pro tips. Send the goalie up. You'll score. Or they will. Something would have happened. And there we go. That is people celebrating on the sidelines. What other times games be in the UK? Do you think it'd be reasonable times? I'm trying to think back to 1994, sorry. I feel like I watched most of World Cup 94. They tended to be pretty good about like the later games being on the West Coast, as I recall. I could be wrong. It was, 30 years ago. I'm not overly worried either way because I'm not going to watch it, but like this is the closest I will probably come to watching a World Cup game, I would imagine. Because I have no interest in watching a World Cup in which the orange paedophile is all over it. No, because old Orange Nonce is going to find a way to be at every single game on camera as much as possible. I'd be surprised if he doesn't pass some kind of executive order that says he has to be named in the American national team as its captain, manager, fucking general, all that shit. Yeah, he'll be picking up the World Cup, presenting the World Cup. Yep, that's it. Giant banners like it's fucking Baghdad in the 90s. All that kind of shit that mentally stable presidents do. Also, who thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka would be going to a World Cup? Genuinely, that's crazy. And I thought if he did, it would have been an England shirt. We might get him on commentary. This is huge. This is the biggest World Cup of all time. I've never seen another World Cup. Not like this. No, I've just never seen another World Cup. Didn't know it existed till like 4 years ago. That made me a tifo. Biggest tifo in the world. This beautiful tifo. Slightly more beautiful than my hot daughter, who I would bang. He doesn't know what a tifo is, let's be honest. This game has been nearly as poor as the one we've just watched together. Look at the Congo celebrating. Something to do with God, because we have to pretend the Magic Sky Fairy had anything to do with this. Two countries who famously believe quite heavily in a Magic Sky Fairy. Clearly, he decided who was going to win this one. You absolute clown shoes. my biggest issue with religion is this idea that if you achieve a sporting thing, somehow Magic Sky Fairy was involved. He probably does think Tifa was a thing that ICE uses to kidnap mothers from the street. That's true. That's true. And, well, I think Glasses might have pipped us to second with this result. I'll be honest, I think second might be in Glasses' hands. So we now go into the competition for third, but that's fine. We're still way above where we were last season. We might even have more points than we had last season already. Might have a little check, but I think we might actually already have more points than we won last season. This old Jamaican goalkeeper looks well sad. Like, mate, you've just avoided having to share a room with Mason Greenwood. This is the greatest day of your life. Do you know how many people wish they'd never shared a room with Mason Greenwood? Allegedly. Well, 18 points this season. Oh, we're not far off our total for last season. We're 8 points behind our total points for last season. Definitely a few women, allegedly. For sure. Crazy turnaround. In half the games, we've got nearly as many points as we achieved last season. That is hog-wilding kinds of stuff from us. And I don't know how that was allowed to happen, quite frankly. They all look so happy to be going to America. Imagine being happy to go to America. That's the kind of thing that makes me question stuff. Right, I think it's probably, I was going to say time to see who's out there, but there's nothing really out there. Unless... who do I know? I think... because it's been a while, we're going to go and say hello to oh, hang on, it's just said Benny's gone live. Benny, you gorgeous man. What timing. See you next stream, Liam. Stick around for the raid. Gorgeous Benny. Timed that absolutely perfectly. Because it didn't pop up for me initially, but it has popped up for me now. We're going to go and see Benny playing the football in Iceland. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and have a good time with young Benny Kage, who is just about to pop up with his beautiful face on screen. Beware of the jump scare, he may have shaved. That's all I'm saying.